This week's episode is sponsored by Topics on Ice. Grab a cocktail. Topics on Ice is a podcast where they spill tea, throw shade, and talk about whatever comes to their mind. Make sure you follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Topics on Ice, and make sure to email them at topicsonice@gmail.com.
Charm chats, this is not that. Lirpa Loof!
It is April Fool's Day.
Howdy.
Hello. We decided to do something silly
And different.
just because we could.
And because it's April Fool's Day, and that happened to fall on a Sunday. So,
Exactly.
April Fool's, guys.
Yeah.
Or Lirpa Loof.
Exactly.
And so we are going to just randomly troll through Wikipedia. Mm-hmm. Guess where we're starting? That's right, the entry for April Fool's Day.
Exactly. So, some of you, if you follow me on Twitter, you might remember that I asked people to give me a number between 1 and 10 because I decided that I was going to take your numbers and that's how many times I was going to hit the random button on Wikipedia.
Now, is that just hit it random, we read that, hit it random, we read that? Or is it
Maybe.
hit it that many times and then read the thing at the end?
Maybe.
Because I like that version.
Who knows? We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
It might even be hit it 3 times and then we pick one of those. Who knows? This entire thing is going to be a mostly non-edited, just fun, like, you know, the air conditioning might come on, the dog
Yeah,
might
that's
bark.
how non-edited. We didn't turn off the air.
Yeah. It's going to be, like, I might, you know, cut
And
out
it
my
is
coughing.
not warm outside.
No, it is not. But yeah, like, I might, you know, I might cut out my coughing, but that's really about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a mostly non-edited. Who knows how long we're going to go for. We're just going to have fun. We're going to tangent.
Until we start getting, like,
things.
single paragraph random shit.
Well, maybe even then.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? So, sit down, buckle up. Let's get into it and just have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, April Fool's Day is apparently sometimes also called All Fool's Day.
As opposed to All Souls Day or All Hallows Eve or all whatever the fuck.
Exactly. It's an annual celebration that some European and Western countries started doing. You know, they play practical jokes and they spread hoaxes.
On April 1st.
And can I just say, the one thing that I wish that people would stop doing is pretending to be pregnant for April Fools.
Yeah.
Because that's just mean. Like, there are people out there that can't get pregnant or had miscarriages.
It's overdone.
And, yeah, it's
certainly overdone and it's mean to certain people.
Yeah.
I would put coming out as straight on National Coming Out Day as worse than pretending to be pregnant on April Fool's.
See, and I don't have a problem with that.
Because the thing is, anything anyone says on April Fool's Day is immediately suspect. Like, there was a notice on the library door that said they would be closed for April Fool's. And I'm like, well, we'll see if it happens when that day comes. Because apparently it's also fucking Easter or whatever.
Yes, it is Easter.
But, like, the whole National Coming Out Day is specifically reserved for people to come out as something other than straight. Yes. And so any coming out announcement is already given not a veneer, but, like, a baseline of not respectability, but, like, believability.
Yeah.
Whereas anything happening on April Fool's Day, you're like, hang on a sec, what day is it? Are they kidding?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is, like, you have to pay attention very, very closely to the dates on articles, stuff like that.
My worst personal April Fool's Day was when someone, I think it was George Takei, posted that the son of the original Khan was going to play Khan in the new Star Trek movie.
Yep.
And I was super excited because I loved him in Cinderella.
And then you saw the date?
And then it took me a half hour before I realized, wait a second, it's April 1st.
Yep.
That was a very sad day for me.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No offense to Bendy the Cumbersninkle or whatever.
Can I just say, I think it's hilariously funny that it doesn't matter as long if it starts with a B and starts with a C. Whatever words you use, like 80% of people would be like, I know who you're talking about.
Bandersnatch Cummerbund, like
exactly. Bendy Doodle Cucumber.
Cucumber Patch, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to go on now, because April Fool, we're just starting with this one.
Although, important note,
Yes.
if you make a fool on April Fool's, at some point, you're supposed to expose your prank by yelling, April Fool at your unfortunate victims.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's funny that...
Oh, wait! I just remembered another one.
Huh?
ThinkGeek announced a alarm clock thingy that had all of the engine noises of the various... and it was such a good idea. And it wasn't a thing they were actually doing. And then they came out with an actual alarm clock shaped like the ship that would make the engine noise. Because they realized everyone actually wanted this.
Well, I think, didn't Hank Green's 2D glasses, didn't that start out as an April Fool and then it became a thing?
I'm not sure, maybe?
I'm fairly certain.
I mean, he's always been like the champion of like, well, hey, 3D movies hurt my face, hurt my eyes.
Yeah.
So why not make 2D glasses so I can actually watch them without having to get a headache?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, maybe the impetus wasn't April Fool's, and then he realized, wait a second, this is actually a good idea, like really quickly.
Yeah.
Because I never heard the whole April Fool's thing.
Yeah.
And I've been following him like as long as you.
Yeah.
Maybe longer? I don't know.
But yeah, I know that it was definitely a thing that it was like, well, because he wears glasses and I wear glasses, and I completely got the, trying to wear the 3D glasses over your glasses, it does not work very well with the brain.
No, although they have been making them...
They've been making them better lately. Yeah. So before we go on, I just happened to scroll down on the April Fool's wiki, and I am really enjoying the fact that apparently in 1857 there was a ticket to the washing of the lions at the Tower of London. That was an April Fool's joke.
Wait, where? Oh.
Tower of London pleased to admit the bearer and friend to view the annual ceremony of washing the lions on Wednesday, April 1st, 1857. That's funny.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, Chaucer's Canterbury Tales may contain the first recorded instance of April Fools, wherein they refer to the 32nd of March.
Yeah. The one of my friends said something about a couple years back was the she announced on April Fool's that she was going to do something on the 30th of February.
Yeah.
And like nobody got it except for me, and I'm like, are people just not paying attention to the world?
Yeah.
Like apparently. Anyway. So yeah. All right. So our first number is 3. So we have some Russian dude. We have a really old IBM something thing, or the Austrian presidential election from 1992.
Okay, click back through those. We'll see which ones got... Okay, not Vladimir Nikiforovich.
Yeah.
Definitely not him.
Yeah. That is a very short single paragraph thing. Hey, look, here comes the air conditioning.
Hey, look. Okay, so not that.
Okay.
Let's not do IBM 601, because that's also really fucking short.
Yep.
So, by process of elimination, Austrian presidential election 1992, which is kind of long.
Alrighty then. Yeah.
Okay, so, in the Austrian presidential election of 1992, incumbent Kurt Waldheim did not seek re-election since he did not gain acceptance in the international community. What for? Don't fucking know.
No idea.
The strongest party at that time, the Austrian Social Democratic Party, proposed by current Minister of Traffic and Nationalized Industries Rudolf Streicher for the office, while the Austrian People's Party put up career diplomat Thomas Klestil.
There you go.
Streicher won the first ballot by a small margin, but did not obtain the necessary majority of votes to avoid a second round, because that's how they do it in Europe, guys.
Yeah.
They effectively will vote until someone has a majority, like 51%. Which means you can have multiple parties do shit.
Yep.
Can we switch to that?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of that way.
Anyway, however, the candidates of the smaller parties put out... What is the sentence? Okay. However, with the candidates of the smaller parties out in the second ballot, and after a recommendation by Jörg Haider, to vote for Questel, the latter won the second round by an unexpectedly wide margin.
Well, there you go.
And then there's a cute little map of Austria delineated by state, and it's either red or black, and it looks kind of like a koi.
There's a tiny little bit of blue there.
Or like a red chinchilla with a luchador mask.
Well, alrighty then.
No, look, like there's the eye.
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of see it.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
And
so, our next number is 7.
7. Okay.
So, we have some weird Indian comedy
San
thing.
Manasulavarku Samadharam.
Which is peace for those good graced, apparently, in English.
Okay.
We have some Lady Constance Gaskell. We have Petro-Vietnam Insurance. All right.
Zarath.
We have a Hebrew noun.
Ooh, cool.
We have some edition of an Italian non-professional football championship. The Belarusian presidential election from 2006. Or
Zhang Gaoli.
the Vice Premier of the People's Republic of China.
Okay.
Dude.
I'm going to vote for either him or the Jewish noun.
Let's go Jewish noun because
Sure.
it's funny. At least to me. All
Okay.
right. So, Tazrath.
Zarath.
Zarath? Hold
Yeah.
on. Yeah, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? It's been a long time since I've tried...
Actually, Zaraat.
Yeah, Zaraat. It's been a very long time since I've tried to read Hebrew. I'm not very good at it. Because you know why? I'm not a Jew. I didn't do the whole Jewish thing growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally only stepped foot in temple once, and that was for my cousin's wedding.
Was that the time you had to wear the dress?
Different cousin, but yes, I wore a dress. I also wore a shawl because temple. Anyway, so it is apparently describing the disfigurative conditions of the skin, hair of the beard and head, clothing made of linen or wool, or the stones of homes located in the land of Israel.
It's a very broad noun.
Mm-hmm. It all depends on how you spell it and how you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Hebrew.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a Jewish thing.
Mm-hmm.
It basically comes from the verb that means to have a skin disease.
So, leprosy.
Yeah, so there you go. It's a very weird thing. Apparently it was in the Torah 3 times. And that's why we have more than one definition of what it means, because it meant different things. Even though it was in Leviticus all 3 times, it meant different things each time.
Yep.
Very, very interesting.
It's one of those contextual words.
Mm-hmm. All right. That was short and sweet. Let's see. Our next number is 8. So,
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have Hungaroton.
Hungaraton.
Sure.
I don't know.
It's a
Record
record
company.
and music publisher in Hungary. All right.
Monomakovici.
Sure. All right. That's a thing from Belarus.
Rurik Dynasty. Interesting.
We have Changlong, which is apparently a village in China.
Uh-huh.
There you go. We've already told you that one.
Copa Centenario de la AFA.
So that's Argentinian football. All right. Khalid Yafai is apparently a British professional boxer. All right. Ooh, a plant.
Pterocolon speculatum.
Sure. It's a plant that's apparently only found in Australia. Interesting. Mistletoe State Park. Or
Robert McCune.
No, he's a linebacker. I don't want to do him.
All right. I kind of like Mistletoe State Park. I just like the name of that. It's apparently a state park just northwest of Augusta, Georgia, on the southern shore of Lake Strom-Thurmond.
Oh, man.
Uh-huh.
The park gets its name from Mistletoe Junction, a local area where people gather to pick mistletoe during the winter holiday season.
Well, there you go.
Its strategic location on the lake makes it one of the finest bass fishing spots in the nation. The park also offers public beaches and 8 miles of nature trails.
That is pretty cool.
And it comes out to a whopping 1,972 acres.
Yeah.
Or 7.88 kilometers square.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
Unfortunately, this article does not cite any sources. Please help improve this article by adding citations.
Yeah, the only external link is to
the
website for
I'd call that a
Georgia
citation.
State Parks. So, that's a thing. All right, our next number is 6. So we have
1998 in Russia, just the year.
Yeah, it's the events that happened in that year.
Yep.
We have Demi Lovato live in concert.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. We have
Badan, Iran.
All right, so a lovely little just city in Iran. We have Chat TV.
The Prairie's very own from Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Uh-huh. Medicine Hat. That's an interesting thing.
That's fun. Dead Man Running.
Which is apparently a crime film from England from 2009. Or George Harrison. Sir George Harrison from 1800s.
Lord Provost of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
No.
Let's see what we want to go
no.
with. No.
Nah. We could do about it. Well, no, there's not a whole lot there, so.
Is it sad that I kind of just want to do 1998
sure.
in Russia?
Let's do it.
Let's just see. There's not a whole lot here.
Okay,
not a whole lot of things happened.
In 1998, the president of Russia was Boris Yeltsin.
Who's the dude with the huge birthmark on his head.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Prime Minister until the 23rd of March was Viktor Chernomyrdin.
Sure. And then they didn't have one for like a month.
For almost exactly a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the next 3 months, 3 or 4 months,
yeah.
I don't care. It was Yevgeny Primakov.
Yep.
And then it was again vacant for a total of 16 days. Ish. 18. Until it became,
Yevgeny
I guess, his
Maximov.
son. Is that his son?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Okay.
No,
same
it's
guy.
him.
What?
Interesting. What? So okay. So normally we wouldn't click through a thing, but apparently Yevgeny Primakov was there from April 24th to August 23rd, and then went away for a little while, and then came back.
Why?
In September 11th.
Does it say in his thing?
And he was apparently
Okay. Hit Prime Minister, number 5.
Well, hold on. Let me do that. There we go. So.
Wait. Oh, here we go. No, hang on.
No.
Oh, he was fired. No, that was 1999.
That was 99. That was the
hell?
end of his 99 thing. Yeah.
Hang on. Nope.
So he was.
Oh, there we go.
He was only there from the second time from September. Was it September 11th? It was September 11th.
Oh, fuck.
To May of 99, because he got fired by Boris
Well, that was
Yeltsin.
Before actual September 11th.
Yeah. Yes, it was. By a few years.
Yeah, they don't say anything about it.
Yeah. It's very weird. Huh. Don't know.
Weird.
Super weird.
Weird shit.
Yep.
But yeah, he was fired in the 12th of May.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not as fun as the 1st of May. Because that's Outdoor Fucking starts today.
Okay.
You've heard that song. I know you have.
I'm just going to ignore it. All right.
Okay, I think... Oh, hey, look, there's Putin.
Weird. Yep.
Prime Minister, August 16th, 1999 to May probably 14th or something, 2000. And then again in May 8th, which honestly should be National Australia Day.
Well.
May 8th.
Oh,
I did not make this up. I did not make this up.
But yeah, I didn't realize that Putin was actually there twice, like 10 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. Mm-hmm. Anyway, all right, so our next number is 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We get some volcanic rock.
Benmorite.
We get a
Tomáš
nice hockey
Malek.
player from Slovakia, Czechoslovakia. We get the Libya women's national football team. All right. Or we get a different Slovakian football player. That's very funny. We have a Slovakian ice hockey player and then a Slovakian football player.
I say let's go with Libya.
Yeah. Let's go with the Libya women's national football team. Apparently it does not have FIFA recognition.
And it is not ranked by FIFA.
Yeah. They apparently have the colors of black and white or...
White and black.
Well, it's white and black or black and gold, I guess is what that would be.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting. Apparently, in 1985, almost no country in the world had a women's national football team, including Libya, who have not played in a FIFA-sanctioned match as of June of 2012. So that's a thing. And again, as of June of 2012, the team from Libya has not ranked in the world by FIFA.
Mm-hmm.
It's fascinating, just the weird things that you find.
Yeah.
Just going through here. So, because we have a few more, let's go for 3 again. 1, 2, 3. We get Sylvia Sidney. We have Harmon A. DeVry. Or
Abdullah Sabah. Okay, one of the companions of Muhammad.
Ah, well, alrighty then.
You know what? Let's go for that one.
You want to go for that one?
Yeah.
All right.
Might as well learn more.
Sure.
Or, wait.
I was going to say, that's it.
Okay, never mind.
There's not a whole lot there. So, let's pick a different one. We want to go...
Let's do Sylvia.
Yeah, let's do Sylvia.
So, Sylvia Sidney, born Sylvia Kossow.
No, Sophia Kossow.
Oh, sorry. Sophia Kossow.
Yeah.
Was an American actress of stage, screen, and film with a career spanning over 70 years.
Yep.
Who first rose to prominence in dozens of leading roles in the 1930s.
Which is really cool. She was born in 1910. She died in 1999.
Mm-hmm. She later on came to be best known for her role in the Maitland's afterlife caseworker Juno in Tim Burton's 1988 hit comedy Beetlejuice.
Oh.
She won a Saturn Award as Best Supporting Actress for her performance. She was also nominated for Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in Summer Wishes, Winter Dreams, 1973.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. So she was born in the Bronx in New York, and she died in New York City. She was 88 when she died.
Daughter of a Romanian and a Russian Jew.
She was apparently married and divorced 3 times. Had 1 child who died in 87. That's kind of sad. That's really sad, actually.
Wait, where? Where's it at?
Right.
Aww.
Yeah. She had a son named Jacob, born in 1939, and he died in 1987. So he died before she did. That's really sad. The wagons roll at night. I love the names from movies from like the 30s and 40s. You know, you only live once. Just the trail of the lonesome pine. It's very funny. I love the way that they have these things.
Old movie names are their own genre, just like romance novel titles. Like, it's a very specific thing where you hear it and you're like, okay, I can pretty much guess what that is.
Yeah. So apparently she died from esophageal cancer because she spent, most of her life smoking.
Mm-hmm.
She died a month before her 89th birthday. That's sad. Apparently she was cremated.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. All right, let's go with 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, let's see. We have Captain the Honorable John William Healy Hutchinson. We have a town in Hungary. I'm going to say no to that one because it's literally just a town in Hungary. We have a German prince.
A German prince, yes.
Yes. Well, I guess it was a Hungarian prince.
Hungarian prince.
Yeah. He was probably German living in Hungary. But, we have the Lafayette Federal Credit Union. We have
Pascal Payen Appenzeller.
Yeah, he was a Franco
poet and writer.
Swiss historian. There you go. We've already told you about him. We have the Holtwood Environmental Preserve
in southeastern Pennsylvania.
And we have yet another
Barbaria vulgaris, also known as bittercress.
Winter rocket. Oh, it's in the mustard family. Fascinating that.
We haven't done a plant yet.
Sure, let's go with the plant.
Okay. Barbaria vulgaris, also called bittercress, herb barbara, rocket cress, yellow rocket cress, winter rocket, and wound rocket, is a biennial herb of the genus Barbaria, belonging to the mustard family. This plant grows to about 30 to 60 centimeters, 12 to 24 inches high, guys, with a maximum of 1 meter, which is about 3 feet.
3 feet, 3 inches.
To be precise.
Yes.
The stem is ribbed and hairless, branched at the base. Dirty. It has... Okay, that's incorrect grammar. Look, it has a basal rosettes. That's wrong. That's bad grammar.
Well, because...
It has basal rosettes of shiny, dark green leaves. The basal leaves are stalked by stalkers. No. And lyre... Pinnatifid. I don't know what that means. That is with a large terminal lobe and smaller lower lobes. Okay, great.
Yeah.
That sounds like it would be consistent with a drawing of a dick. The colleen leaves are smaller, ovate, toothed, or lobed. Gosh, that's like every option. Pick one. Pick one.
I think it's very funny that, all of these things, you just, if you take them the wrong way or you take them completely out of context, they sound really bad.
Yeah. The flowers are borne in spring in dense terminal clusters above the foliage. Because where else are you going to put your genitalia?
Except above the foliage?
Well, yeah. Gotta catch that wind.
Oh, man.
And those bees. Anyway, no, go down. Okay.
Let's see.
The genus name Barbaria derives from Saint Barbara, the patron saint of artillerymen and miners, as this plant in the past was used to soothe the wounds caused by explosions, hence wound rocket.
Yep.
Or as I originally thought it, wound rocket, because it didn't specify whether or not it was a noun or a verb. Or adjective, sorry.
Yep. It is apparently native to Eurasia and North Africa.
Including Afghanistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, the Caucasus, China, Algeria, and Tunisia.
Sure.
As well as a whole bunch of other shit.
Yep.
Anyway, it prefers to flower in fresh or moist places on roadsides, along rivers, in arable land, wastelands, and docklands, or on the slopes and ditches at an altitude of 0 to 2,500 meters above sea level.
Yep.
It also prefers to grow in siliceous, calcareous, sandy, alluvial, and clay soils. That's sandy, chalky, guys.
Yes. On that note, let's go.
You want to know what else is in the mustard family? Fucking everything. All of your broccolis.
Yep.
And I mean all of the broccolis. You got your regular mustard. You got your Brussels sprouts. You got your cauliflower. You got your broccoli. You got your broccolini, because that's a different thing.
Yes, it is. I like broccoli.
Cabbage.
Yeah.
So that's all in the mustard family, guys.
There you go. Learn something new every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point.
I think we got a lot out of that one.
We did. All right. The next number is 8. So we have Boat Race 1887.
Sorry, the boat race.
The Boat Race
1887.
1887. It's apparently a thing that they did in England. We have ColecoVision, which I'm already putting out a note that I want to do that one. We have another village in Iran. We have the Council for a Community of Democracies, which is apparently a Washington, D.C. something. We have Grant Dexter, which is a journalist from Canada. We have Dutch Interiors, which is apparently a couple of paintings. We have
Eprothea.
Oh,
Ephrothia. Ysilvia.
it is the
Silver Protea.
it's the PS.
Yep.
Or we have a Finnish politician.
Jyrki Yrdio.
Yeah, don't know. I do not know
It's a lot of letters.
at all how to pronounce Finnish names.
I wish I did.
J-Y.
I think that's Jyrki.
K-I.
Jyrki Valto Yrtioho.
Interesting. All right, I'm totally saying ColecoVision
Yeah, let's do that.
because it's ColecoVision. Like, how could you not do ColecoVision?
I mean, I can see a few ways as to how, but we might as well. It's the most interesting thing in the set.
Exactly. So ColecoVision was a video game console for your home that was released in August of 1982, and I'm fairly certain I had one because we had everything. We were a very progressive household. Like, I remember having a computer when I was, 7 or 8 years old, and none of my other friends had a clue. But it only lasted about 3 years. It was discontinued in 85. Though I'm fairly certain that we had one until at least 87.
Mm-hmm.
Because it still worked.
Well, yeah.
You
just couldn't get any new games for it, I imagine.
Yep. So the initial catalog had 12 games, which included Donkey Kong, Zaxxon, something called Ladybug, something called Cosmic Avenger, and something called Venture. So, yeah. They apparently only made about 145 games for the ColecoVision. But they sold, more than 500,000 units. So, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's where Donkey Kong kind of started. So, yeah. But, there was the video game crash of 1983.
Was that when that one person, printed off a bunch of... What company was it that printed off a bunch of the one game that they thought they were going to sell a ton of and then ended up having to bury them all in the ground or something?
Oh, the E.T. game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that connected?
I don't think so. I know that because the video game crash was the Atari shock in Japan. I just love that. So let's see this one.
Yeah. Okay, no.
Yeah, no. The problem was that there was a lot of different consoles on the market, like the Atari 2600, which I know again we had had one of those. The Atari 5200 because Atari did things like that. The ColecoVision, the Odyssey 2, and the Fairchild 2. But yeah, there was just a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, price wars and inflation and stuff like that, and just stuff happened. And people stopped buying video games. And...
I'm seeing a reference to Quaker Oats in here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a bunch of non-video game companies that tried to make video games, and it did not work. They were basically trying to impress their stockholders and try and get consumers to latch onto other things, and it just backfired massively. But yeah. So there you go. Yeah, we have a lovely picture of
partially surviving cases and cartridges retrieved during the 2014 excavation of the Alamogordo, New Mexico landfill Atari used in 1983.
Yep. It was the E.T. game. The Centipede was in there. Yeah, the E.T. game was by far the worst game on the face of the planet. I don't know. Here, hold on.
Until someone makes a video game of The Room, yes.
Let's click on that and let's see. Oh no, see it's not going to give me the video game. It's only going to give me.
Well, no, because you got to hit Centipede, not E.T.
No, I wanted the E.T. video game. So let me see if I can scroll down and see if there is anything with the video game here. Oh. Apparently E.T. was supposed to have a sequel that got canceled.
Because apparently it would, and I quote, do nothing but rob the original of its virginity?
Hey, Spielberg is weird.
Yeah,
what
that's a weird ass
can we
quote.
say? Yep. So, yeah.
Here, hit Centipede. There's a link right there.
Yeah, but that's for Centipede the game, not...
Oh. Well, I mean, wasn't that what we were looking for anyway?
No, I wanted to look for E.T. the video game. That was why I clicked on E.T. But, yeah, it was the game adaptation for the film.
Oh, yeah.
It did not give me a thing.
No.
See, this is why we normally edit these things, so you don't hear us bickering about these things. But you know what? April Fools, you get to hear it all.
Was that bickering?
No, not really. Not really.
Because you usually keep it when we're actually bickering.
Well,
because it's funny.
Because actual bickering is funny. All right, so let's just say... Give me a number.
12.
12. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So, Lost Planet 3.
From Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
A train.
A train, a diesel locomotive.
Meanings of minor planet names 364,001 to 365,000.
All right.
Another town in Iran.
Apparently, that's a thing.
There's a lot of them.
To go
Wikipedia
on.
wants us to know about that. We'll have to do that at some point.
Maybe.
Yao Ratao.
A Portuguese film from 1940. Let's
Another
see.
train.
Another train.
Oh, sorry, a station. A metro train station.
In Madrid, apparently.
Caskey School of Divinity in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm. That's a divinity meaning religious, not meaning magic.
Yeah.
Sad that.
I know. Triple J Hottest 100 of 2015.
All right.
Snorefest. Todd's Nightjar. Oh, it's an animal. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
There's no picture.
There is no
sad.
picture. I will scan. We might go with that one. We'll see.
Richard E. Nugent.
Apparently.
No relation to Ted, as far as we can tell.
Who knows? He's apparently a lieutenant general in the United States Air Force. Or we get an American painter.
Carl J. Preeb.
Mm-hmm. He apparently did paintings of birds, exotic animals, and African American culture. So, yeah. Let's see. Todd's Nightjar. Yeah, no picture at all. That's kind of sad, actually.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Apparently is at the status of least concern in terms of endangerment.
Oh.
I like that they put conservation status on the Wikipedia page. That's helpful.
That is kind of cool, yeah. Fascinating, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Let's go... I mean, I kind of...
God, no, that train is going to be so fucking boring.
I kind of want to talk about the video game.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. Lost Planet 3. It is a third-person shooter action-adventure video game developed by Spark Unlimited and published by Capcom for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360.
The game is a prequel to Lost Planet Extreme Condition and Lost Planet 2, which leads me to think there's more than 3 of them.
Not necessarily, but who knows?
Anyway,
there could.
Anyway, it takes place on the same planet of EDN-3. Who knows what EDN stands for? Not me!
Nope.
The game takes a more story-driven narrative approach to the campaign similar to the first game. Unlike previous games in the series, which were developed internally by Capcom, this game was developed externally by Spark Unlimited, with Matt Sophos serving as a game director, though series creator Kenji Oguro was still attached as franchise creative director.
Well, there you go.
Ooh, hey, want to hear about the plot? We'll tell you. A prequel, Lost Planet 3, takes place long before the first game, as prequels often do, following the story of Jim Payton revealing the events that led to the first game.
I kind of like when they do that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they come out with one game, and then they come out with a sequel of that game, and then the third game is a prequel to the first one. So you kind of, like, learn more about the character that you, like, grew to love as you were playing.
It's a way of not writing too much further plot.
Yeah. But
Which
I
I
kind of like it. Like, and if it's done well,
Yes.
then it's really nice.
When it's not, then you get the prequel Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah. You know, I kind of wish that some of the headcanon things for these Star Wars prequels was, like, they had actually gone through with it. Because, like, you know, like Darth Jar Jar.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's my favorite one. And had they actually done that, we might not have hated Jar Jar so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because Jar Jar was not a horrible character, other than the fact that the voice that was given to the character was a mistake.
That wasn't George Lucas's choice.
No, it
the
wasn't.
actor did that.
Yeah.
And the actor...
But
The actor is Ahmed something. I forget his last name.
I don't know.
But he's fun.
Yeah, the issue is that...
They would have given it to Michael Jackson.
Well...
And then George Lucas is like, I don't want to give it to, like, a named person in that way. And Michael Jackson also didn't want it to be CGI. He wanted to wear, like, a costume.
Yeah. That would have been completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway. Yeah, no, it just... I love Blue snoring in the background. It's adorable. It just makes me laugh, though, because if Jar Jar... Like, if you actually watch it with the thought process that Jar Jar is a Sith, it's fascinating. Because everything he does is calculated and not just stupid, you know?
Mm-hmm. But also, let's face it, the Gungans are a caricature.
Well, yes.
And that's...
a bad one at that.
Yeah, they're effectively an indigenous caricature.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. It
including the dialect.
Yeah.
And the dialect definitely was a choice made by the people, not by the actor.
Yeah. I do have to say that...
Or if they extrapolate on what the actor was doing, then they're like, well, you made that choice, so you couldn't have just had to be this one dude be an idiot. You had to have it be the entire species talks like this.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Had the voice been different, like I said, there's the possibility that people wouldn't have hated Jar Jar as much as they did. I mean, they probably still would have hated him because, you know...
I mean, I still don't think it really erases the plot point that the Gungans provide.
Mm-hmm.
Because either way, they're there to be the backwater people that the Nabooans have to... Well, the humans, rather, because they're all on Naboo, have to enlist for help.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they're just going to shut themselves away, be insular.
Yeah.
I don't think it really changes anything in the story if the voice changes. It just makes it a little less obvious.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird enough, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I think it'd be very, very, very interesting to go back and rewatch those movies with the headcanon that he is a Sith Lord. And I kind of wish that they had played into that a little.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that partly the only reason that they didn't play into that at all is because everybody had such a horrible backlash against Jar Jar. I don't know. Anyway. All right, let's do one more. Give me a number.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
Wolverhampton Metropolitan Borough Council election 1978.
All right. Or we have...
Pierrot Vervrogen.
Sure. A Belgian motorcycle racer.
Saptakanda Ramayana.
Alrighty then. That is...
We all know I'm the pronunciation expert in this family.
Yep. That's a 14th century something. Let's see.
Is the 14th century Assamese version of the Ramayana.
Okie dokie then. Gene Quill is apparently an alto saxophonist.
Yeah, we're not doing him.
Yeah. Or a city in Virginia.
Well, hey,
It's
not a city in Iran.
There is that. And it's not even really a city. It's an unincorporated community. Because that's a thing.
Yeah, let's not.
Let's see.
No, not the election. Brady did an election. Let's do the Ramayana.
All right.
Okay, so Saptakanda Ramayana, is a translation of the Ramayana attributed to the poet Madhava Kandali. It's considered to be the first translation from the Sanskrit to a modern regional Indo-Aryan language. This work is also considered one of the earliest written examples of the Assamese language. A particular feature of this work is the non-heroic portrayal of Rama, Sita, and other characters as explicitly stated by Madhav Kandali himself, which unfortunately rendered the work unsuitable for religious purposes. This feature disturbed a later poet, Ananta Kandali, possibly related, don't know, who was moved enough to comment on it. The first and the last cantos of the Madhava Kandali's work were lost, and were later inserted by Madhadeva and Sankardiva, respectively, in the 16th century. The work has since been translated into the English language.
Well, okay then.
Oh, and there's a lovely stanza, I guess.
Yeah. It is not in English.
It's not in English, so I'm not going to attempt it.
No.
I know better.
Yeah, no. Not even
because I don't
remotely.
I don't know what it means.
Let's see. It apparently is using various meters for different moods and situations. So it's an interesting type of poetry.
And it details the number of syllables for each meter. And honestly, that would be getting way too into the weeds to go through that.
Yeah. This is...
Apparently, the author adapted it this way to make it more... Here, go up a little.
Sorry.
To make it more popular for the common folk. By portraying Rama and Sita as human characters with astonishing qualities, but also weaknesses.
Yes, because, human weakness is the only thing that we can...
Yeah.
that we can get behind.
Yep.
All right, let's one more.
You pick a
We
number.
still have a little time. All right, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure. All right, so we have a
Son del
Mexican
Mambo.
musical
film. Oh, look! A town in Romania.
All right. Hey, it's not Iran.
Ooh, hey.
We have some sort of
Philopodiated amoeba. That's multi-footed. Or
Sure.
something.
We
At
have
the airport.
an Indonesian airport. We have a Swedish footballer. We have a Mexican actress.
We have a judge.
Yeah. A judge from
That's an unfortunate portrait.
from many, many years ago.
I do not like that portrait.
That is kind of a creepy portrait.
Yeah.
So we're going to say no to the judge.
No.
See you later, judge.
There is almost nothing on this actress, though.
Yep,
So it's probably not going to be worth it.
Let's see. The Swedish footballer.
Sports people.
Oh,
This is boring me already.
yep. Let's see. We could talk about an Indonesian airport.
There's basically nothing.
There's not a whole lot there. This is the only problem that I have with the random button, you see.
Yeah. So we've got a philopodated amoeba, a town in the state of Botozani
in Romania,
and a Mexican musical. You know, let's talk about the Mexican musical film.
All right, Mexican musical.
Because we've already done some kind of binomial nomenclature thing.
Sure.
Anyway, A Son del Mambo, or To the Sound of the Mambo in English, is a 1950 Mexican musical film. It was directed by Chano Urueta and starring Amalia Aguilar and Adalberto Martinez.
Alrighty then. It is apparently 89 minutes long.
Yeah. Okay, you do the plot.
Oh, jeez. All right. Don Chonito. Sorry, I missed the H. Don Chonito Godinez,
yeah.
The wealthy owner of a business of Mexican enchiladas, flees Mexico to escape to the modern life and tries to find comfort in Havana. I don't know why, but that just makes me laugh. Like, I'm making enchiladas. I don't want to make enchiladas. Let's go to Havana.
Yep.
Alrighty then. He's convinced by restoring... Okay, something tells me that whoever wrote this plot summary was not a native English speaker.
Probably not.
Because there are words missing.
It's just the word restoring is not a word that gives the proper context in English.
Yeah. He is okay, so this is exactly how it reads.
He is convinced by a person called Maria Lao.
He is convinced by a restoring called Maria Lao for days at a resort in the country.
There he coincides with his sister. That's not the word you want to use.
A depressed American woman,
Joan Page,
a composer, and 2 detectives.
Okay.
Which should give him some very important information. Like I said, this plot is just weird.
Under the administration of the Cuban singer Rita Montaner,
and with songs and dances provided by her daughter Reina, the estate which houses the complex is a kind of cabaret that works all day.
So the owners and all his friends, including the King of Mambo,
Damaso Perez Prado, with full orchestra,
Don Cheeto, decide to enjoy himself doing nothing. Yeah. Not... that could use some editing. I would almost like to watch this movie so I could write a better plot summary.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wait, can we find this on IMDb, do you think?
Let's find out. We do a copy, we do a search.
Hey, look!
We can
find the full movie.
Find the full movie.
We can find the full movie.
On YouTube.
Okay, and it has an IMDb page. Let's go look at that.
So let's go IMDb. Huh.
Okay.
There's not even a plot on IMDb for it.
Oh, fuck. Wait, no, there's a storyline, right? Storyline?
No, there is nothing.
No.
There is nothing.
Oh my god.
There is a review, which okay, so the review...
It's 6 out of 10 stars.
It's 6 out of 10. My favorite is the very first line is, it's not a very good musical comedy.
Its script is too sketchy, and the action is often slowed down every time resortes, borolas, and harapos have to perform their comic routines.
Wow. The action supposedly takes place in Cuba, but was almost
this is
entirely shot in Mexican sound stages.
This is a plot summary, guys. Don Chonito Gondinez, Resortes, the rich owner of an enchilada business, runs away from Mexico to escape from fast modern life, tries to find solace, of all places, in La Habana. After a long and not too funny flashback of a routine with Nacho Contla as his father, added to explain his present state of mind, Don Jonito is led by a restaurateur called Maria Lao. Okay, restaurateur, that was the word we were looking for.
There you go.
To a resort in the countryside, along with his pretty sister, a depressed American woman, a handsome composer, and 2 detectives, who must give him very important information. Under the administration of a Cuban singer, and with singing and dancing provided by her daughter Reina, the hacienda that houses the resort is something of a cabaret all day long. So this is effectively
the exact same thing, except somebody took this user review and mistranslated it poorly.
No.
Into the wiki.
No.
Or the other way around.
I think this must be what's like on any promotional material or something.
I don't know.
And just
maybe.
like the translation, because clearly what was on the Wikipedia was translated from Spanish. They did not translate.
Maybe.
They did not translate it fully into English, which means it can't be found in English, probably.
Yeah.
Gentilino decides to enjoy himself doing nothing but dancing mambo. The real assets of this rather long comedy are the musical number performed along during the action, and in the final 30 minutes as a review. It is a highly valuable document of the rhythms of those days, featuring numbers by great artists such as Montaner and Perez Prado, as well as singer Pedro Galindo with mariachis, pianist Juan Bruno Tarazza, and many others. Besides Perez Prado's music, one also has the chance to see him as an actor and see Resortes, Aguilar Page, the voluptuous Dolly sisters, and young rising star Annabelle Gutierrez enjoy their mambo dancing to a hilt.
So there you go. And I am going to say that review was helpful.
Yes.
Because why not? And that review is from 2014. So thank you, Edgar.
Is that the only review?
For your review.
That is the only review.
That is the only review.
Oh my god.
So, yeah. There you go. We have, let's see, the Dolly sisters are apparently ballerinas. So, there you go. Yeah. On that note, I think that's a pretty good place to end.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. I will try to put the links to all of the things that we read to you on the website when this goes up. Just because I'm me and I do that sort of thing. So, this is an April Fool's one. We don't even need to do an outro. You know why?
No.
Because outros are hard. Bye.
Bye.